manufacturing an Antichrist. Are y'all ready to find out who this really is? He's getting a lot of followers lately, but there's a reason for that. Let's go down the rabbit hole. And I'm telling you, you have to see this. There are many things on search engines you cannot find unless you know how to do the workarounds. Last night, I alleged that he was working for certain agencies, United States, Middle East, all over the place. He's not necessarily a fraud, I mean he is, but he's just doing a job that he was given. A job that he was forced into, it's very probable. Let me show you what I found. So let's start with the basics. As I told you last night, he didn't just pop out of nowhere. He's been making videos for years. But before that, he was making movies and documentaries. But the biggest thing that I see in this is the timing of the come up. You remember what happened last week with someone passing away? I really do wonder how someone who was failing at YouTube could get a global push. What's this behind me? He is the director of this movie, The Arrival, which goes into the Antichrist, the Dajjal, religion, and all of this stuff. And would you believe me if I didn't say he's trying to fuse the religions into one? Put an end to dividing lies, let the truth be known, trying to expose the plans of Satan and his followers by providing details and proofs, the way they control our lives and mind and bind us from the truth and the worship of one God. So what was this guy doing between 2008 and 2012? His explicit online films probe the hidden agendas of greedy corporations, governments, media, fashion, movies, celebrity, food, blank to control people. Talking about secret societies and blank flag events and the establishment of the new order. And if you don't want to see me dance around these words like a 4-year-old, go to the red play button. So now what we have is this guy who current day is trying to act like he's the offspring of the main characters of religion, so we should listen to him. He's also been exposing and whistleblowing at the same time making these documentaries on religion. Here's where it gets crazy. With many people seeking to silence me and destroy my mission after I moved to Egypt. So he's not originally from Egypt. He moved to Egypt and learned that the 3-letter agency of the United States raided his house and his former web admins living in the United States. Seized all computer materials relating to his old site, which by the way is down and expired. And I believe that this was like 2012 to 14. So now we have this documentary filmmaker, religious leader who's being raided and targeted by certain agencies. Abdullah versus the new something order. Now this is someone that was familiar with his work. Abdullah used to work with the Noriega and something on the Wake Up Project, and he helped them create The Arrival. Suddenly he moved to Egypt and became a follower of Ahmed, the man claiming to be the Yemeni. What do you think? Have you ever watched his videos? Wait. So you mean to tell me that after the raid and interrogations, all of a sudden he moved to Egypt and he claimed to be some religious leader? It gets crazier because he was apparently doing some stuff in Jordan, and DAWN recently documented the case of several activists targeted by the GID that were trying to change the government in Jordan, and guess what? He was one of them. And I believe it was that he went to school in Indiana University. He's more like my ethnicity than in the Middle East. So we got two options. He was either deceived, then bribed, and overtaken by these 3-letter agencies and 5-letter agencies, you know, over there. Or even his filmmaking and his story makes him seem more credible, as if he was on our side. And by the way, if anyone falls for the religion fusion that he's trying to do, this is what their holy book describes their guy looks like. Be very careful who you listen to. And by the way, he says America is the Antichrist, right? Well, if you know what America really is, and if you realize that these agencies know a lot more than you do, especially about history, maybe you should tap into some historical commentary on the scripture from a couple hundred years ago. You might surprise yourself.